you know when you press it.
I did.
Okay, so when you have a container, and granted this is a used container, but it's perfectly fine, I'd empty out any sediment that might be sitting at the bottom of that, especially if the sediment is playing a big dominant role in what's happening when you put your brush in there to clean it out. So that sediment, if you remember, goes in the sediment holders, the containers there. But if you buy what's called a silicoil, it has a little coil at the bottom of it that just sort of bounces and sits at the bottom to suspend your brush from the sediment itself. But if you don't buy one of those, what you do is you make one yourself, and they're very, very simple. And this is just chicken netting, chicken fencing, right? You can find it at any hard supply store. And what I do is I cut a little square. And you can use scissors for this. You don't need any special tools, but I just got some tin snips, because that's what I had. Make sure it's square. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay your square over it, and you're kind of assessing how big the actual top needs to be. And so what I'm gonna do from that is to create a little cross, essentially, like a German cross. And when I do that, I'm trying to make it symmetrical on all sides. I might have to trim off just a hair here. Right. But this is all dependent on the scale in which you, the scale of your actual container. Nice rainy day here. Soup day. Okay, once you've got a little cross, and you want to make sure that it's, you know, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's perfectly symmetrical. You bend over the corners, and your little half box sits at the bottom of your container. And it shouldn't move, so you don't want to bend it too much. You want to get it secure in there, and you want to make sure that you cover at least by, I like an inch, covering the grate itself, but a ½ inch is fine if you haven't bought a lot. But you'll see that it keeps up beyond the sediment, and you just want to avoid getting your brush dredged in that sediment because it will pollute your colors.